3 of my MLA formatting series. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to get your paper set up in both Microsoft Word and Google Docs, which are the two most common used ones for education suites. So to start off with, first thing we want to do is come over to layout and check our margins. Make sure your margins are set to 1 at the top, left, bottom, and right. And that's a preset Microsoft Word, so you can just click it and you're good to go. The next thing we want to do is come over to page numbers and insert a page number at the upper right hand corner. You want to make sure you write in whatever thing you want repeated at the top of each page. For MLA format, it's going to be your last name, and then you want to highlight it, and this box will appear. You want to set it to Times New Roman, and you want to set it to 12-point font. When you're done, click out of it. It will appear when you go to print your pages. The next thing you want to do is come back to home, set your paper font to Times New Roman, and the font size to 12. We're not done though. The next thing you want to do is find the line spacing icon, click that, select 2-point. You may also need to come to the line spacing options and make sure that there is not space added between extra paragraphs. I don't see that setting on here anywhere, so we are just going to move right along. So now that we've got it set up the way we want, you want to make sure that the text is aligned to the left, and then you're going to start your header. So the first thing on your header should be your name, then your teacher's name, then your class, and then the date. Sometimes your teachers will also ask you for the assignment. I typically don't, because it makes this section way longer than it needs to be, so I just pull that out. Once you have your date in, you want to hit enter one time, then you want to come align your text to the center, and then you want to put title here. Like, that is where you would write your title. And that is how you get your basic format done for your heading, title, and page numbers. When you go to actually start writing your essay, remember, just hit enter once and make sure you align your text back to the left. Another key point to remember, every time you start a new paragraph, hit tab and then start typing, because we want every paragraph to start with an indented first line. So just to show you what it'll look like when you're done, we're just gonna fake print this document so you can see what it is supposed to look like. So we will zoom in a little bit. You'll notice I have my heading here, title here, this is the body of my paper, and the last name and page number appeared up here when we generated the print preview. And you are all done with that. The next thing we're going to look at is how to do this with Google Docs. So Google Docs, the automatic setting for margins is 1 inch all the way around. If you feel the need to change the margin setup, you come to page setup under file, but if you look, it's already set and ready to go. So we don't have to do anything there. So you can just hit OK. Next thing we want to do is come to insert page numbers, upper left hand corner. Actually, I forgot a step. You want to double click up here, and this will pop up the header menu, and then you want to hit insert page numbers, upper left hand corner, upper right hand corner. Or you can come hit this option menu and hit page numbers. So then it'll pop up this menu. You want it in the header, you want to show it on the first page, and you want your number to start at 0. Apply. The next thing you want to do is, if it's over here on the left, you want to come hit align right, and then move your cursor to the left hand side of the number. Then you want to type your name in, just your last name, and the last step you want to complete is to highlight all of this and set it to Times New Roman 12-point font. And after you do that, click out of your header. You're done up there. And if you'll notice, it left it set to Times New Roman and 12-point font up here. So the next thing we're going to do is find our line spacing, hit double space, and we're good to go. So then we can just go ahead and give our page its layout. And again, it's the very same. 4 lines, only hit enter once, center your text, write your title on that line, hit enter again, align it back to the left, hit tab, title type, keep going, blah, 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 blah. And your paper is formatted. The next thing I'm going to encourage you to do, especially if you're working with Google Docs, is to come up here and change this to the name of whatever assignment you're working on, because if you don't, it automatically saves it to the first line of text, and you will have a lot of essays saved under your first name, and that will be confusing. So that's how you format MLA in Google Docs and in Microsoft Word. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I'd be happy to help you.